Hey Aquarius, it is Alex, and I'm here to bring you another tarot reading with your buddy Scorpio. So, if you're an Aquarius with Scorpio in your chart, you're dealing with a Scorpio or dealing with whomever, this reading is for you. Okay, this side will be you, Aquarius. This side will be the person you're dealing with. This is what stands in between you. And go. Okay, Snowflake, go lay down, Bubba. I gotta make Aquarius's reading. Two of Wands. So you're trying to make a decision on how to move forward with someone or something. I feel like you, Aquarius, is wanting to make this work, but you could have, yeah, it's almost like you're trying to, have some sort of new beginning with your person. Oh, the Queen of Wands. Okay. This to me kind of feels like you saying to your person, Aquarius, listen, I want this to work out. I want us to be together. Um, I know maybe in the past I haven't given you my full attention. Maybe I didn't make you a priority. And you are trying to really, really, really make good on your word or promise or your intentions. Tower. My sticky tape to cover up the cheeks. Someone who you could be dealing with, Aquarius, could still be holding something against you, right? Holding on to the past, or maybe you're holding on to the past, holding a grudge, still hasn't gotten over something. But I do feel like they love you and they're wanting to commit as well. This to me kind of looks like you guys agreeing to take a let's kind of move forward and see. Let's, assign some sort of probationary period, and then, if we both come out of this period loving each other and wanting to be with each other, then we can, take the next steps towards commitment. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay, so this could be you, Aquarius, or this could be you. Take it as it resonates. But it kind of feels like this is a situation where you guys were both together or wanted to be together. And I kind of feel like maybe Aquarius, you were looking for your person to make some sort of clear cut effort, kind of showing you that, they wanted to move forward. But whomever you were dealing with kind of feels like they had a lot on their shoulders, a lot holding them back, or they were just lazy, right? The Four of Swords definitely is a card of resting, and you wanted them to have enough strength to, um, kind of show you that you were worth it, show you that you were a priority versus an option. And I feel like for you, Aquarius, that gives you pause. I feel like you have a lot of love for this person, Aquarius, but you don't let that flow, right? You don't let it just flow freely. And I feel like, again, because it's this Ten of Wands, Ten of Wands could also represent for me as a reader, somebody who holds on to the past, holds on to grudges, just refuses to let things go and let things flow. You know what? You have the world card here. What was I looking at over here? I think I was looking at the Four of Cups, but you have the world card here. Somebody to an extent could have, allowed their work, their family, their finances to get in the way of this connection. You could have been also Aquarius. You could have Capricorn in your chart, or maybe you were dealing with someone who had Capricorn in their chart as well. But I just kind of feel like you guys took turns kind of going back and forth when it came to being ready. Sometimes when you're ready, they're not ready. Sometimes when they're not ready, you're not ready. But I kind of feel like things could be aligning for you where you're now attracting a new beginning. I'm also hearing intuitively for some of you, you may have a decision coming up where you're going to have to either choose this person, then move forward with this person, or just cut your losses and kind of move on. Whatever this situation is, it does feel cyclical in a sense, right? Where, again, for you, you were just trying to achieve balance. Again, you were just looking for, you know, a communication of emotions, a communication of intentions, somebody to say to you, hey, Aquarius, I love you. I want to be with you. Let's work it out. Let's work towards this common goal if that's what you want as well, Aquarius. And again, I feel like you were on board, but then the person that you were dealing with could have ghosted. They could have allowed, just other interference to get in the way. And even if that interference, again, was their laziness, you know what I mean? And now all of a sudden they're ready to recommit to you. And you're like, but wait a minute. Like, what happened last year when we were trying this and you said you would commit last year, but then here came another obstacle that stopped you from committing. That's what this feels like. And you know something? You got the Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Wands over here. I really do feel like that's where you guys need to start from, this judgment, right? As in, let's draw a line in the sand and let's just try to figure out what our requirements are, our wants, our needs, and then what is the most feasible way for us together to move forward towards that common goal. Because to me, this almost feels like you guys are trying to resurrect something that's old, something that's uh past. Thank you. Outdated is what I heard. Angels also said, too, for you, no, it's the both of you. Finances played a part. Again, you could have been ready to commit to this person and then they lost their job. You know what I mean? Or they were ready to commit to you and you had a big financial bill to pay. But I do kind of feel like there's a new beginning here. Ace of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Fabulous, incredible new beginning. I feel like you both are finally getting on the same page towards commitment, towards longevity. Um, and I feel like things between you two are going to move forward relatively quick. Yeah, look at that. That completely makes sense to me. The Emperor, the Three of Wands, and the Chariot. It's almost like now that you both know what you both were doing to hold you back, now you both can stop doing that and do something different towards a common goal, right? It just kind of feels like, maybe in the past you both weren't ready. You just had life and other things going on. But now it kind of looks like you both are headed towards the same goal, the same objective, and it's supposed to happen relatively quickly. Okay? So if this reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.